Yeah, take some questions. You knew it was going to be a hard-fought game, to be honest with you. Buffalo is a very physical, very aggressive team. They had a terrific year last year, winning 20+, and they're a good team. They got veterans coming back, and and again, a lot of teams play you different ways. So it was a very good test. I thought that the first half, even though they did out-rebound us by 17, I told our guys the second half, whoever wins the battle of the boards is going to have a chance to win this game. And we out-rebounded them by 1 the second half, and that was huge. I want to thank the fans, the community, the alumni, student body, for coming out and making the atmosphere a great atmosphere for college basketball in Western New York. So, I think our kids really reacted in a positive fashion.
Coach, you forced them into 24 turnovers tonight, and that kind of allowed you to get up tempo. How much of the role did that play?
That's real important. I mean, our guys kept the pressure on, and it made it very difficult for them to make plays, whether it was over the top, and their timing got a little bit rattled because of the way we played, and we were playing aggressive. We did get in some foul trouble, but I thought our upperclassmen really did a great job. This guy here, running the floor, blocking shots, making plays, forcing guys, to alter their shots, and Billy's resiliency, taking it to the hole, getting to the foul line, making the extra points, having 5 assists. Did a great job of sharing the basketball, having 19 assists. And again, we took some charges that were real pivotal. We talked about going into this game.
You seem very prepared to attack their zone, and I know they played a lot of zone so far this year. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, different teams play differently. And, I know they've played a number of games in 4 or 5 days, and so we knew that they were going to play a lot of zone, and I thought that we did a good job of kicking the ball in. We didn't really shoot the ball very well, but I thought the second half we got a couple of more offensive rebounds, and I thought we only had 2 offensive rebounds the first half. We had 10 the second half, and I thought that was pivotal.
Harold, obviously a big difference from last year. Can you talk a little bit about how nice it is for you now? UB had won 7 of the past 8 to get a win your senior season over UB.
It's just because of the rivalry, it feels good to get that win. But I think right now at this point in our season, we just want to get wins. We just want to build on each win and keep it a snowball effect we roll into the season. So it's not much of a thing, a personal thing. It's just, it just feels good to win.
You didn't talk to them at all before the game about last year?
It was kind of unspoken. The coaches brought it up, they talked to us about how bad they beat us, and we talk about it amongst each other briefly, but it's nothing like, hey man, they got into us last year, we got to come out. I think we all have a sense of hunger, so we don't have to discuss it like that.
Billy, that stretch in the mid-first half when he kind of went on that run there, the 3 and a couple of steals and the layups, is that something that kind of I could see you wanted to pull those shots and feed off the energy? I know you're kind of going to be the assist guy all year, but is that something that if you feel the rhythm, like, hey, I'm going to start popping shots too? Is that something that you're going to be looking for?
Yeah, I just feel like we needed a push there. But then again, we had a lot of guys step up. We had 5 guys in double figures, but just at that moment, I thought we just needed kind of like a push. So I was just trying to, impose my will and, be aggressive. But it was huge that we spread it out. We had 5 guys in double figures. It just shows that, it's not just Harold one day, it's not just me one day, it's, everyone. You gotta look out for everyone. I know specifically Chris Mannix had a move in the second half. The game was close, and he just made a man's move and made a hook shot. That was huge. It just shows you that 1 through 5, we can get a bucket when we need to.
The guys, like I said, shared the ball. Harold had 5 assists beside Billy, and that's the nice part about this team. We can, put Billy off the ball and Harold off the ball, and now we can share it. But with having these guys really getting the ball inside and getting to the offensive glass is huge.
Jordan, you ever had a guy like Javon Craig going up against you?
Not really. He's a strong kid, but I use my athleticism, and Chris was huge. Battled with him, so we got him with a couple charges. Coach had been telling us all week to take charges on him. He's gonna try to bully you over, and we knew that coming in. So taking charge on him too.
Coach, what was the plan against Javon? Obviously, he's
Well,
had those hot streaks in some of those games this year.
Yeah, the plan was to wear him down. To try to wear him down the whole game because he is so physical. But I thought Chris, Chris and Josiah, we tried a number of guys on him, and, I thought we really wore him down. He got in foul trouble, they took him all, out of the game, and, we kept making it very, very difficult, and he's a very good player, but, our guys wore him down.
Joe, can you speak to it too? Coaches, alluded to it. You're in a game, it's a 22-21 game, you guys are kind of trading baskets back and forth, and Billy hasn't even really gotten involved in the offense as a scorer yet, and then all of a sudden, as Brian was saying, all of a sudden he's got 10 points in a flash like that. You guys have weapons where it seems like, maybe 4 or 5 guys are capable of doing that.
It's a luxury, yeah. I say it's more of a luxury because I can sit down, catch a breather, or Isaac can come in and Reggie and Alshon off the bench. So I really think it's a great luxury to have people that can come in and do that. When he did that Spurs, it was huge, and I was on the bench at that time, so I felt it was my job to now let's get the bench energized because he's out there making huge plays. And that's exactly what we needed at that point in the game because we were kind of like in a lull because we were hypnotized by the zone. So him doing that gave us life. It gave us energy. And he was like, all right, it's not as bad. As long as it's not as effective as we may think it is.
Can you speak? Go ahead.
Harold, what do you think was the biggest difference from last year to this year? Obviously, it's a big difference, but what do
We
you think?
spread the floor a lot better. I think we spread the floor and we were able to penetrate into the gaps in the zone. Last year, we kind of chucked out long threes. They got long rebounds and it turned into a fast break game where they pretty much pounded us. And now we had more bodies to throw at McCray. And last year they had Mitchell Watt, and he pretty much, they got us in foul trouble and ended up playing guards in the post. But this year we had a lot of bodies and we were able to attack them from different angles, and they pretty much had to.
We didn't shoot the ball. We didn't shoot the ball well at all. We wanted to run. We want to keep running, and I think that once we started to rebound, I thought, especially some spurts in the game. Once we rebounded, we started pushing it. You got Harold, you got Alshon, you got Isaac, you got Billy. This guy's running. We call him a rim runner. We made some great passes to him down the floor. And, this team, when it runs and when it's on its cylinders, boy, you're going to have games where you're going to have nights where you're not going to hit shots. And today was a perfect example. But we defended and we rebounded the second half and we made the free throws down the stretch. So you got to find different ways to win. But I just tell you, these guys, we can score the ball, and that's what we got to keep pushing it. We got to keep attacking. We got to keep up tempo.
Jordan, you like that? As a big man, push up tempo. There's some big guys that I would guess maybe wouldn't love that, but is that something that every possession look to push and you got to get out and go run with it?
Absolutely, it suits how I play a lot. I like to run, and a lot of times somebody will be bigger than me, and I'll be able to beat them down the floor. So that's perfect for how I play. Coach Baron is always telling us to run. So it's perfect for how I play. I like it a lot.
And you look at his stats. His stats across the board. He had 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 blocks. It's just a lot of that is productivity across the board. And he's a high energy guy. We even got him stepping out, because now they got to play him. So when you have bigs that can do that, that's real important, because that helps these guys, the guards, to create space, get some reversals.
We'll take one more.
Coach, you go 3-0, all 3 wins here at home. You ready to take the team on the road for the next test?
Well, that's going to be the challenge. We got to be road warriors now because we got a heck of a schedule. Playing against a very tough team in Stony Brook who's picked, top 2 in their league. And they're a good team. They got a lot of good players coming back, but that's another challenge for us. And again, we got to be ready to answer the bell.